Everybody got coffee, water, tea? So welcome to the advanced conference of Reactathon. Yes, you can clap. Thank you. I appreciate that. It makes me feel good about myself. But you're clapping for the conference. So who was here yesterday? Show of hands. Okay, good amount of you. Who was here for a workshop already? Who's going to a workshop later in the week? Okay, some hands. Awesome, so this is Reactathon. We've got a really good lineup today. But to start off with, I want to do some housekeeping things. Also, thank all these wonderful sponsors. Most of them are sitting up in the front, so can we give it a round of applause for all these wonderful representation of these companies? Without you, this conference obviously would not be able to happen because sponsors, full disclosure, they give us money, and then money is what keeps the world turning. Well, at least the conferences. Housekeeping, bathrooms, if you haven't figured out, if you go out to the right and then go out the doors, make a right, and there's a logistics company out there that's sponsoring, Flexport. They're handling the logistics to the bathroom, just kidding. But if you make a right at their table, the hallway will lead you directly to those bathrooms. So check out their table, but also make sure you go to the bathroom. Today's lineup actually is, also just in case if you didn't know, fire exits are also out there. So take the stairs in case of a fire. So today's lineup is actually really good. It's going to be really good in-depth content, so definitely take notes. Most speakers, if you catch them on Twitter, will tweet their links to the slides after the fact, so no need to come find me. You can actually just find the speaker's Twitter account, and they will have their slides up. But we have content around GraphQL. How many GraphQL users are out there? Just a few? Good, because you're going to become a GraphQL user after that talk. Serverless is going to be one of our first talks, too. So if you aren't already doing some function work and abstracting the use of your servers, definitely check that out. And then we have some really good performance talks. But I just want to take some time, since I am the MC, I'm actually going to give a very brief talk. So mind if I take the mic? I already have the mic. So last year in React, I just want to give a quick little update of what happened in the last year of React. Who's been using React for more than 6 months? Who's been using React? Keep your hands up. Who's been using React for more than a year? More than 2 years? More than 3 years? More than 10 years? Liars. No, just kidding. I would like to hire you as my senior React engineer if you've been doing it for 10 years. It's a new startup. We've got ex-Google employees. I don't know what it is about LinkedIn, but they always tell me, oh, there's an ex-Google employee at this company. Okay, well, why aren't they at Google? So this year has been a year of announcements about announcements. React actually had a lot of upgrades, a lot of great upgrades that we've been waiting for a very long time. And one of those is React 16. Who's upgraded from 15 to 16? Okay, I won't see any hands of who's upgraded from like 0.12 or whatever it was back in the day. That was probably a painful upgrade. But what was cool about React 16, it actually gave us Fiber. Fiber is an awesome thing that the React team's been working on for a while. Literally, announcements about announcements. Like all year, we had the isfiberreadyyet.com, and it was just like, not yet. And it would tell you the test passing. But I think they missed an opportunity because Fiber really should be called Fire because it's so good, right? So it includes a lot of cool performance improvements. It makes React basically faster. Actually, it's literally faster. Another cool thing that happened this year is a license update. So it sounds cool, but actually it doesn't really sound that cool. It sounds kind of boring. But anyway, for some reason, everybody wanted this, which actually opens up React to do what they really wanted to do. They returned to their original focus, so the React team, which was UI enablement. The cool thing about React is like the whole mantra was like they put the V and the MVC, so now we can make really cool composable UIs. And that's what they really did. And their focus has really been around boosting our productivity as React developers. And I appreciate that because I don't want to spend time setting up my React apps. I don't want to spend time harking on performance. And I know we do have a talk later about that. But I think a lot of the low-hanging fruit for performance actually was dealt with within that upgrade. That upgrade also gave us a 30% decrease in size, which is great. It's a big deal, especially for some of our emerging markets. So if you have to deal with any sort of New World countries or Asia, Africa, it's a big deal to have a giant library to have to actually download every time you want to use your UI. Cool thing that, so I was working at Netlify this year, and this is something that we had big issues with React, custom DOM elements. I just put it in there because I am very appreciative of this. But now I can actually have native looking HTML code. There weren't a lot of things in JSX that were missing, but this made it kind of open up the world for a lot of those possibilities. And then I could go hark on more and more stuff. There's a couple other things that were shipped this year, but there's more. But I do recommend follow Dan Abramoff because apparently he's like the king of tweeting about announcements. And he tweets weird things sometimes about Anderson .Paak album that he finally listened to, which is good for him. But he mostly also tweets about the React community. He's actually in the React core team, so definitely give him a follow and reach out. So that's all I have to talk about last year in React. So everybody who's using React, put your hands together. That's awesome. I'm going to invite the organizer of this conference, but also one of the co-organizers of Real World React to speak about this conference. And please put your hands together for Ben.